Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome for the first episode of Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds, a arcade game that will be acting as a filler. So, because I've played this game before, the main character, Mikoto, is already leveled up quite high, so I will not play as her. Instead, I've only played, I think, the first level with Waka, Itsuki, and Yuzuha. So, I will use Itsuki, and you will notice on the screen that these guys have a costume option on the up and down, so you can play it like with the bunny ears. I'm guessing that's sort of like bear ears, perhaps. This might not actually show up very well. I would say that she is a cat, or I'm going to say cat because of those ears. You never know. Those are definitely cat ears. Do you think those are cat ears? They look like cat ears to me. I'm sure somebody that knows Japanese games and anime and that would probably know better than I do. So feel free to point that out. So I will play as Itsuki, but because I finished the game, you also get the options to play through again as M, Coco, Infinity, which I've played through a little bit, and Nagi as well, and Kurisu. But those ones don't come with the costume option, and they don't unlock the story mode sort of thing. You can play the story, but you won't actually get any of the story. So, we'll play as Itsuki, and I hope that you enjoy this. So while there is a like a voiceover, it's in Japanese, so I would say the majority of people watching this probably won't understand it, so I'll just read what's on the screen. Tokyo, the capital of Japan. A mysterious man named Phantom plots to regain his sealed powers. By giving weaponry known as FA, Fu Mansion artifacts, to youths with special abilities, he lures them to battle with promises to grant the wishes of the victors. Due to the violent clashes of the FA, a distortion was caused in space-time, creating a rift between this world and another. This rift led to the breaking of the seal on Phantom's powers. Waka, daughter of the Kuman family, a clan waging war against evil such as Phantom, along with the support of Mikoto, are working to stop this plan. Phantom, however, manages to escape from them just in time. While escaping, Phantom kidnapped Waka's younger sister, Nagi. Along with Itsuki, a maid and self-proclaimed ally of justice, and Yuzuha, a ninja unpersuaded by the lure of Phantom, these 4 women set off in pursuit of Phantom in order to rescue Nagi. There is voiceovers again for the female characters, but I'm not female and I'm not going to make any attempts to do female voices because I can't do female voices. So I'll just read them. They got away, but I'm worried about Nagi. Oh? Those strange masks. Going by your looks, you guys must be Phantom's minions, eh? If I take care of these guys, their leader should show up. That should be it. I am the fighting maid Itsuki, the Crusher, here to preserve justice. And it's a very basic game, like when it comes to like the attacks and stuff. I think you got 3 different versions of it. I'm not really sure what the treasure in this game is for. Now the unfortunate thing is sometimes things get a little, you know, caught up. So you'll find characters like this guy behind me that just sort of stand there. And eventually they'll get triggered by something. There we go. And there's various kinds of enemy in it. Each stage should only really take a couple minutes to complete, so it will be very short, other than my having to stop and read things. I mean, if I could, I would have loved to have got like a female friend to come in and do the voices for me. But it would be quite hard to sort of work out times that actually work with another person, given that like those of you that know me know I live in the middle of nowhere. So the game is kind of like, I would say a bit like a Streets of Rage. I can imagine it would have come out in like, you know, the arcades or something. A game similar to this. But where I live, it's very much no longer like it used to be. When I was growing up, you know, we had like multiple game arcades and places you could go to play games. And now I think there's like one at Westfield Mall. There might still be one at the airport, and I think one in Hornby. Of like the main game places. I believe there is actually a game and pinball arcade in town now called Arcadia, but I've never been there. I certainly hope to go there in the future, but as yet I haven't been there. But from the photos, Arcadia sort of looks like this arcade sort of thing, but more sort of pinball and stuff. I sort of wish that there was like an explanation of what these characters are. And I I wouldn't really know if this is like common for like Japanese streets, but it certainly looks like it. It's at this point that I'm sort of hoping that the graphics and stuff show up okay. I won't really know until later. In like most games that I've been playing in Let's Play videos like this, it's just easy mode, so that's why it will appear, you know, quite easy to play. I think at the end of the day, it's, you know, it gives me the opportunity to talk, because like if I get into a game series where it takes a lot of concentration and stuff, I won't be able to talk during it. And the games will be full of like swearing and stuff. It's like, in a way, I would kind of like it if Christchurch actually had streets that were a bit like this. Sort of thing. You know, because, well, I don't really go into town very much, so obviously town will probably look a lot more like this now than what it used to. But it was a very sort of classic styled city. But I guess, you know, like if you lose it, it's something that you actually come to miss. You know, like when we lost our home, we had the opportunity to go into like a subdivision or something. But all the homes in those are like very samey. There's not much in the way of like individuality, and some of the housing areas have like absolute crazy rules. I need to get these. Need to get these little helicopter things. You've finally come. Ah, you. M, was it? Even though you got your powers from Phantom, it seems you turned sides quickly. Waka told me Phantom is a bad guy. Dueling isn't good either. With that as my evidence, I know you're the one who kidnapped Nagi. It is self-evident that this is the truth. You can't handle the truth. And of course, allies of justice will fight evil organizations. Phantom is unforgivable. I don't really care about that. It just gives me the opportunity to take care of you. In fact, I'm just going to leave in any time I mess up, because the reality is it would probably take a long time to take it all out. Now, I can definitely see people like cosplaying this sort of stuff at Armageddon. And I will get back to my point before about, you know, the living and stuff. Like, coming from a city that was very, classical, you would miss that architecture. Anyway, I'll continue with the game. What? Impossible! Surrendering? If so, why not go ahead and tell me where Nagi is? Surrendering? The nerve! But if you really want to see her that badly, I'll bring you to her. She's in the nightmare world. I wonder if that's like the Phantom Zone, or whatever it was called in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was it the Phantom Zone? I think it was. The Nightmare World? That's right. But first, I'll be taking your powers. What? What? What happened? I don't have any power. Bye. Huh? Wait. I'm being sucked in. It's kind of fitting though, isn't it? Given that we've just like had those first photos of a black hole show up in real life. I've just been sucked into a black hole of some variety. And that's the end of the stage. Right, so that will be the end of episode 1. I hope that you have enjoyed that. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.